Hello, my name is David and here we are at Little Houses Plus workshop. Today we're going to go through wiring your house number 5, and this is where you don't need to do any soldering whatsoever. So first of all we will need some little eyelets, and these are silver ones, and they must be these silver ones. You'll need a back plate that fits onto the light, or a little plug, doesn't matter which you've got. You will need an SWO4S, and that's this, and we will deal with that a little later on, or an SWO6, which is just half the size of that. We deal with that later on as well. You'll need a little tiny screwdriver to fit into the screws. You will want a 2.4mm drill bit as well, and you will want the item to make it all work, the power supply, and we have digital ones. Now these have little plugs on the end, so they fit into there automatically. They also, if they get very warm, they will switch themselves off, and then you just switch the power off, let them cool down. When they've cooled down they will reset themselves, and then you just switch the power back on. So that's that. You will also want a sharp knife or something to make grooves in the wood, and you will also want a small pair of pliers. You'll want something, I've got a metal T-square here, but you'll need a metal or something straight edge so that you can actually draw the line and mark with a knife. You'll need some wire, and the wire we use is 2 wires there that pulls apart. That has 6 strains inside, and each strain is nickel plated, and for this system I would suggest you use that. Right, so they're the tools that you'll want to do this. Now you might find your house comes with grooves already in it, so you won't have to make them, but they might only be in the ceiling, and you might need to put on wall lights or something else. So what you do is, there's your floor, is your doll's house. There's, sorry, the floor, yes. There's the wall. You bring the wall in there like that. If it's got a slot for the wall to fit into, you need to put it into that and draw a line straight across. If it doesn't have a wall, you just put it on there, but you won't need the line at the bottom. You will need some skirting board, and you put that on the line that you've drawn along, and then draw another line on top of the skirting board, and that will tell you roughly where you want to start putting your little plugs in. When you've got your line, you need to take your metal item that you're using for marking, and you need to run your knife down the line, and that to score the woodwork. Keep running it down till you've got a nice thing. You then need to just move it, and it needs to be wide enough just to take the wire. So you're actually making a groove, so you run this down again and again, and if you need to, you can then just dig it out with this. Alternatively, some people do use a thing that they take grouting out of tiles with and just keep running it down to make the groove, or you could have a little Dremel with a little drill bit on it that will actually run down and make the groove. And you need the groove deep enough, like here. I've just opened it out to show people how we do it, but normally you just have one groove. You have the groove, you decide where you're going to put your little light, or where you want to put the point for your light. Put a piece of masking tape across. Let me just get some of that. And you need just a little bit of masking tape. This is something else you'll need amongst the tools. A little bit of masking tape, and just put it on there so that you can take your back plate or your little plug, doesn't matter, and you push it down on the masking tape, and that will leave two little marks, and that will tell you where you've got to drill your holes. Take away the masking tape. You take your wire, take the plastic coating off the wire, just leave the inside that's nickel plated, and you push that into the hole. Just push it into the hole, and then just push the little silver grip in on top of it. So you end up with it in there, and the silver grip making the contact on the wire. All you have to do. If you wanted to, you could daisy chain them, and you could have another set of wires coming out of that hole there and then running along and doing exactly the same thing, so you could have two or three of these going along the wall. The wire would then, it will come out the back. This is like the back of the house here. There's the sort of back there. Drill a hole and bring the wire through the back, and then you have the SW4S on the wall at the back. This will take 80 bulbs in total, but you can put as many wires as you like in there. So if you've got 3 lights in a house, you could have them going into one switch. It just depends how many wires you can get in the little hole here. These little switches at the top here will enable you to switch the lights on and off. So if you find that you've got a house with 6 rooms and you want to put 3 lights in each, 6 3s are 18. Unfortunately, this has got 12. Now, because of the system that we use, you can actually join another one on, and that doesn't matter if it's another 12 or like this one that's a 6. And you can just join them on together. A little wire come out there and into there, just join them together and make one unit. Now you can have 3 of these units joined together. That's 3 12s. Can't go any more, because once you get up to 3 you start losing the power at the other end and they don't work very well. Your power pack, transformer some people call it, comes with a little plug on the end, and just plug it in there and away you go. Some people have these on the back of the houses, some people don't like them on the back, and if you've got enough room, what some people do is they have a garden on the side of the house, make a little shed and then put this equipment inside it. For ceilings, you do exactly the same thing as you do your walls. Just run it out from the side, make your little groove, drill 2 little holes and pop it in. Now this can be either below or above the ceiling. If you're using above the ceiling, what you would do then is you would, this is above the ceiling here, so you've got your groove with your wire running along it. Just bring the wire through here, split it open and put it into the 2 little things. Once you've done all that, you can cover that all up with wallpaper, never see it ever again. And then when you've ready, you can put your little lights onto back plates, and we will do all that in another video probably, and just pop them in like that. And then if you've got a bulb gone, or if you want to change the light, you can just unplug the light, change the bulb and put it back in, or alternatively change the light. Here we are looking at a doll's house inside that we've just built. Earlier we were talking about the little eyelets that you can put in the end, the back walls or the side walls, wherever you want to put a light. Here are the eyelets on the back wall of this doll's house, waiting for the little back plates for the lights. Over here we've got a back plate that is pushed into the eyelets, which you would put your light onto. And this enables you to pull the back plate off with the light on, mend the bulbs or do whatever you want to the light, and then just plug it back in again. And there it is, waiting for you to switch the lights on. The ceiling lights here have the eyelets as well, and there's the light hanging from the eyelets with a plug, and you can just bring that out, unplug it, bring it out, mend the bulbs, and then just put it back into your little eyelets again, and there you go. If you're having a rosette here, you can use these back plates by putting them onto the light here, and then that would then just adjust it so that it would hang from the back plate. Here we are at the back of the doll's house with the wires coming out from your eyelets, and the eyelets that we were just talking about in the front, the wire is coming out here and it goes along and into an SWO4S, which means you then can switch your lights on and off with these little switches. All the items here are on our website, www.littlehouses+-shop.co.uk, or you can get to speak to us on Skype on David Little Houses Plus. Thank you for watching, and we'd like to thank Small World Products and Martin Butler for teaching us how to use this in the way that we do. Thank you.